Welcome to UC News, ucnewscanada.ca, the Canadian Crisis Response. I am Dr. Dave. Effective immediately, under the authority of the Canadian Constitution Act, under the direction of the Supreme Court of Canada, following our top ministry directives, in response to a deepening crisis that has left many Canadians struggling to afford food, rent, and basic needs of life, work, and shelter. Seniors not getting the help they need, alone, isolated. An entire generation of young Canadians now facing a grim future, an older generation doing nothing about it. In an effort to stabilize the social structure of our country across time and across the generations, where care for those in need is naturally woven into the fabric of our lives, in a society where parents can act directly to protect and defend the lives of each new generation in perpetuity, creating work for youth and getting seniors the help they need. In recognizing the fundamental human right and freedom to ask for help and offer help to those in need. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's how we respond to crisis. We must protect the fundamental rights to life, liberty, and security of the person of this generation of Canadian kids whose lives are now under direct threat, already caught in an ever-deepening crisis that threatens to engulf their future. Addressing, in an organized manner, a broad spectrum of social, economic, and ecologic needs critical to their lives and survival. By the authority invested in me under the Canadian Constitution Act, I hereby announce this public venture in cooperation with government. Effective immediately, the establishment of a Canada-wide public hours bank as a new pillar of Canadian social security, working under Supreme Court directives for the mutual benefit of all Canadians as a critical component of a healthy social infrastructure. Help someone in need, bank your hours, receive help later in life. It's not about money, it's about care. Sometimes you just need someone to show up and help. In our social contract, parents spend about 20 years raising children and later in life need only about 10 years help in return. No one should have to struggle alone. In crisis, without work, looking for shelter, struggling to buy food, sometimes struggling to find hope. Yet we find local governments actively against people. There is no plan to respond to this crisis. There is no green jobs recovery plan. There is no plan for a fair and sustainable future. There is no plan to include Canadians as part of the solution. There is no representation. The Supreme Court has ruled that the principles of a public emergency response already exist within sections 1, 2, 7, 15, and 52 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. In 1982, we won the full set of rights to personal, social, and national self-determination. You have the right to self-reliant self-determination of your life and the lives of those you care about. Canadians have the right to act directly and freely address all threats to life, liberty, and security of the person in our lives, in our families, in our communities, at all scales, local to national. This is the law. I now call out to all kind, caring, intelligent Canadians with hearts of courage and backbones of steel to immediately help build, shape, and use our new pillar of Canadian social security, Canada's Hours Bank. Help someone in need, bank your hours, receive help later in life. Just like a bank, you can make deposits and withdrawals. We are in crisis. Your skills are needed. We need local, regional, and national organizers to respond quickly and effectively to help those in need in crisis, To turn things around for this generation of Canadian kids, we need a plan to protect and defend their lives and future. Paid work is always based on a mountain of unpaid work. We need to recognize that. You volunteer. Your time is valuable. We need to recognize that. Bank the volunteer hours you do. Get help later in life. People are in trouble. The ecosystems our lives depend on are in trouble. Protecting life, liberty, and security of the person means care for people and the ecosystems that sustain our lives as the sole basis of our economy. That's the law, our Section 7 Prime Directive. That's the Section 1 reality. What's left in your backyard, on farms, or in the remaining patches of forest, that's it. That is your social security. That is the legacy you are leaving your children. That is their inheritance, their right to life. But we have another legacy, our human capital, our knowledge, our ability to care, create, think, solve problems, and plan ahead. That's who we are, and it's time to flex our muscles. How can we pay it forward to our kids with kindness and care, intelligence and courage, by exerting a fundamental human freedom, protecting our great Canadian Charter, using our Supreme Court Action Plan? Help someone in need and do the work needed to save the planet. Plant trees, bank your eco hours. This is our fundamental social contract. Life will not get magically better without decisive action. We must act now in caring collaboration with friends, family, and the broader community to secure essential human needs in the face of a deepening economic, social, and ecologic crisis that will not get better. This is a call out to all those who care about our lives and future. Now is the time to get together with friends, family, and caring community and build our Canadian Hours Bank. We need 300 national leaders, the best and brightest in our country, those who care. The organizer's website is now at hoursbank.ca, and the working website connecting those in need with those who care needs to be built. Do you want to build it? We need help. Buy a founding membership to get us going. Bank your hours. I can be reached at hoursbank.ca.